right, guys, Bill Colarulo back with another Legal Hands to the Face podcast. With another Legal Hands to the Face podcast. With another Legal Hands to the Face podcast. For another episode of Legal Hands to the Face.
Well, Merrill, I can't thank you enough for taking the time. I wish you a great season, and I want you to know I will never forget hearing you call Super Bowl 52 and announcing that Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you. That was a great call, Merrill. Great call.
Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that very, very much.
After an amazing Thanksgiving day where we watched the Dallas Cowboys lose, thinking the Eagles had a shot to win the NFC East, a sobering loss to the New York Giants, bringing us all back to reality. We're going to talk about it all. Jalen Hurts scrambles, so that number gets skewed a little bit. But even still, 24 passes versus 29 runs against a team with a banged-up secondary just doesn't make sense to me. All over the place, was a great player in the Canadian Football League, came down, played half the season last year, maybe 3/4 of the season towards the end, but he looks like he's going to be a good player. And TJ Edwards looks like he's coming along as well. So the linebacker core, I think, is going to be a much improved core this year. We don't need to reminisce about Nate Gerry and the problems they had last year, but I think the linebackers are going to be improved. A disappointing loss for the Birds yesterday, 17-11 to the San Francisco 49ers. Really boiled down to missed opportunities, a bad game plan by Nick Sirianni, some bad play calling, and third down efficiency on both sides of the ball. We'll talk about it all. And then you go to the right side, you got Driscoll at right guard, who's been replacing Brandon Brooks. He looks pretty good. You know, he's playing well. He's doing a good job in the running game. And then, of course, at right tackle, we have our all-pro Lane Johnson. So this offensive line, although they've had their injuries, are starting to settle in. These five guys have played together now for a while, and you're seeing how dominant they can be in the running game. Reason why that Philly ordinary was not the right call is because that play only works if the 49ers defense is in man coverage. It is not going to work against a zone defense. Well, what happened? They call that play. Hurts comes up to the line. 49ers defense played it exceptionally well. They have a great defensive coordinator. You may have remembered him, DeMeco Ryans. He was here for a short time as a linebacker. He was the leader of that defense. He is a rising star in the coaching realm. He's going to be a head coach sooner rather than later, I guarantee it. But what he does is he shows a man coverage look. So both Sirianni and Hurts can't tell that they're actually in zone. They made it look like they were in man. But that Philly ordinary is not going to work against the zone coverage. So the moment that ball was snapped, it had zero chance. Tell him, Merrill.
This is the Legal Hands to the Face podcast with Bill Colarulo.